Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Endless Mountains Athletic Complex, home of the Towanda Black Knights. Tonight, we proudly present Senior Parent Night, Homecoming, and NTL football between the visiting Troy Trojans and their... At this time, we would like to honor our seniors and their parents. As a token of our appreciation for your support of our 2020 fall athletic programs, we would like to honor the parents and seniors of this year's football, band, cadets, and cheer teams. The sacrifices that you as parents have to make during the athletic season are significant, and we feel that such unselfishness is worthy of recognition. Again, thank you for your cooperation and support of our band and athletic programs. At this time, we will introduce the seniors and their parents. Football. Haven Benjamin P., son of Frank P. and Tosh Martinez. Mason Johnson, son of Dale and Nikki Johnson. Trent Kithcart, son of Tony Fowler and Bill Kithcart. Alex Perez, son of Edward and Jacqueline Perez. John Schoonover, son of Suzanne and John Schoonover. Zach Schoonover, son of Carrie Lestrange and Toby Tuttle. Ethan Sparrow, son of Renee and Ian Sparrow. Clay Watkins, son of Bob and Christine Watkins. Adrian Weatherby, son of Natasha and Jeremy Weatherby. Band. Daisy Bailey, daughter of Kelly Eddy and granddaughter of Jack Eddy. Grady Dibble, son of Chuck Dibble and Jennifer and Chris Hyatt. Jordan Hartman, daughter of Edward and Janelle Hartman. Emma Walter, daughter of Matthew and Louise Walter. Cadets. Maribeth Boardman, daughter of Donna Linsky and Ed and Jennifer Boardman. Jillian Larnard, daughter of Chris and George Midoff. Madison Dunn, daughter of Jason Dunn and Amanda Maddox. Chantel Wilcox, daughter of Jason and Chastity Wilcox. thank you for your many contributions and support. As our parents and seniors leave the field, would you please give them a final round of applause?
Okay, do you want to come off for me? Should I get closer then? Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The NTL promotes good sportsmanship by all student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Fans are expected to abide by all school policies, including the school dress code. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other inappropriate actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for dismissal from this site of competition. Violations of the NTL Code of Conduct may result in suspension from other NTL contests. We appreciate your cooperation and interest in our athletic programs and our student athletes. The game manager for this event is Mr. Paul Lance. If you would, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
If you would, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
A reminder, there's no smoking permitted anywhere on the Towanda School District campus. Please practice social distancing and wear your mask. Thank you for supporting our athletes. Please enjoy the game. Lambert are set to kick off for Towanda. Bedford and Williams set to receive for Troy. touchdown, number 10, Nick Williams. The extra point is no good.
He was leading.
It's Madigan set to kick for Troy. Parker West set to receive.
And welcome back to kickoff by Madigan as sails to the right. Hop and about. Procedure for the Trojans and started their games at 35 minutes. Touchdown return and they open the pick for the Trojans. They are up by a score of 6-0. Towanda comes to the line of scrimmage. Out of the ball game. Early season. It's going to be a handoff and some running from 35-40 to the 41-yard line.
That's West on the carry.
Yards on that first down play. And second down and 40.
Tackle by number 5, Gabe Bellows. Second down.
We'll mark him down at the 40-yard line of the 5-yard line. Second down. We'll come back into the line of scrimmage. We've got two receivers each way. The quarterback is he takes the snap, hands it off to West.
It's West on the carry. Tackle by Madigan. Third down.
As we said, that it's not ownership player yet. As the Mason Johnson scheduled starting quarterback hurt on the second play from scrimmage a week ago. 10:50 to play in the quarter. 6-0 Troy with the lead. They'll line up in a shotgun here again with the back right next to him. Two receivers each way. Man in motion coming to the near side. That's Benjamin Fee. Takes the handoff, and he's going to be smacked down in the backfield. A loss of about 3 yards on the play. That'll make it 4th and about 45 yards, and the punting unit will come out.
That's the play all the teams run, and I'll tell you what, it's getting to be old hat. You just don't see that break for much anymore. These defenses are looking for it.
They certainly are. Who is that going back? That's going to be Williams and Binford again going back deep for the Trojans. And number 5, Wyatt Delamere will kick this one away for the Black Knights. 10:05 remaining here in the first quarter. Troy with an early 6-0 lead. Nice clean snap and a nice punt. Going to come down around the 30-yard line, taken by Binford. 31, 35, 40, 45. Tries to cut it back, and he'll go down around the 47-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Mick, nice clean snap that time. There's also a flag down at the 40-yard line.
Mason Hartman in on the tackle for the Black Knight special team. We'll wait for the call, but I think this is going against Troy. I think there was a push in the back.
But one thing to see, at least on that first attempt that was cleaned up from a week ago, boy, Towanda had a lot of trouble on their special teams with the long snaps, and that was a nice clean snap and really a nice punt. They're going to mark that off from the... They're going to mark it off from the 38-yard line. So that's going to push him back all the way back to the 28-yard line. So, yeah, some kind of blocking penalty, as you called it, Nick. So it turns out to be a pretty decent punt there for the Knights.
Yes, it is. And out comes the Trojans. They lead 6-0, but this is their first play on offense.
2 receivers right, 1 out wide to the near side. They line it up in an I formation. It's going to be a handoff to the second back through. Cut back over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. I've got a number for you as soon as he gets on up. That is... Was that Binford on the carry?
I believe Binford.
Okay.
He took the handoff from Don Ayers, the quarterback. He's been around for a few years over to Troy. He knows this offense inside and out.
I'm pretty sure he's been playing since a sophomore. He's now a senior. They line it up in the eye again. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ayers under center. Second down about 6. He's going to keep himself. Now flips it down on the option. And there's a 35-40 and to the 44-yard line. First down. Damian Landon on the carry. And Ayers ran that option nicely. Looked like he was going to keep it and then pitched it out at the last second.
Yeah, Damian Landon is one heck of a running back. Kind of quiet last week. I see he had some good yardage in the first quarter, but after that, didn't look like he got a lot of carries and so forth. But I'll tell you, he's got to be the featured back for the Trojans.
Clock stopped at 9 minutes. I'm not sure why it stopped. I mean, they had to stop it temporarily to move the chains, of course. And now it starts to wind again. Trojans at the line of scrimmage in the eye, a receiver each way. Ayers takes the snap, hands it off to the first guy through. The fullback on the carry. I believe that was Chase Robert on the carry. He's going to get 2 yards, 3 yards up to the 47-yard line.
Boy, just checking out the offensive line for Troy. They got some big boys, and I watched them. Now, that time they fired right off, but Towanda's defensive line held their ground. So it could be interesting if Towanda can hold this offensive line a little bit.
Williams goes out wide right. He's a receiver to the near side here. I didn't get his number. It's going to be a pitch to Binford in the backfield. He's under some trouble, dances around and dives forward. Turns that into about a 2-yard gain to midfield. And it looked like he was going to go down for a loss of about 4 on the play.
I totally agree with you. I thought he definitely could lose 2-3 yards, and somehow he snuck through there and dived forward, and it's a manageable 3rd down now. Right at midfield, it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Trojans.
Clock under 8 minutes to play now, opening quarter, 7:52 to be exact. Trojans with the lead and the ball, 6-0 our score. 2 receivers go out wide right, 1 here to the near side. They line it up in an I. Landon, the deep back, takes the handoff, and he's going to blow through the line of scrimmage. First down, power stuff inside the 45 on the Towanda side of the field.
Parker and Hartman in on the tackle for the Black Knights, but not before the first down for Troy. They'll move the sticks, and I'll tell you what, it looks like they're ready to get this offense rolling tonight.
Clock down to 7:25 to play. A couple players come in from the sideline with the play for the Trojans. And I know there's like different rules as far as traveling around with the PIAA and stuff like that, but I tell you what, it's weird looking over the sideline on the far side of the field. The Trojan, the team, it looks light, small. There's going to be, Ayers is going to keep it himself. A broken play, he's still on his feet, 30. 25, hit from behind all the way down to the 20-yard line, and the flag comes in late after the play.
Ryan West is the one that got him from behind. Otherwise, he might have got down inside the 10, but we'll have to wait and see what this call is.
It looked like a busted play. It looked like he wanted to hand the ball off, and the exchange never took place, and he kept it himself. But we'll go against the Trojans, so they'll back that up.
That's what you call experience, and Ayers has it, and he realized that don't try to force that ball into the arms of the running back. Just take it back out and try to make the best out of it. And boy, he actually made a great run.
It was a holding call that occurred on down around the 23-yard line, so they'll back it back up to the 33. It will be enough for a first down anyway, but they lost 10 yards on, well, 13 yards really, because the ball was originally marked down at the 20. Ayers takes the snap, hands it off to Binford. Binford hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped. He still gets about a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
That time on the tackle, we got to give credit to John Schoonover, a senior. And number 72, I believe, is a linebacker. And he filled that hole real nice, got the tackle.
Picked up 2, second down and 8 from the Towanda 31-yard line. 6:25 to play opening quarter. Troy on the move. They already lead it by a score of 6-0. The backfield made up between Robert and Landon. A receiver each way. Ayers looking to throw for the first time, and in and out of the hands of the tight end. I'll tell you what, though, that's Delameter on the coverage. Nice coverage on the play.
That was good, solid coverage. Ball wasn't thrown badly either, though. I mean, the receiver had a shot at it, but the coverage was broken up. So with 6:09, it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans. The ball at the 31 of Towanda.
Isn't that number 5, Gabe Bellows? Could that be at the freshman? Is that who was that receiver? It looked like number 6, but I don't have a number 6 on my roster.
Well, yeah, that's right. We don't have a 6.
I might have been Morgan Madigan. You know what? It was Madigan in number 3. Ayers looking to throw again. This time he's looking deep. He's got a man to Morgan. What a defensive play! Ball maybe slightly underthrown. It was Madigan, the intended receiver, but somebody jumped up and swatted that one away, man.
Yeah, that was number 15, Nate Parker, Jr., and he did a great job.
That's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. I'm sure the offense will stay on the field. The ball at the 31-yard line. Big play for this Towanda defense right now with 6:03 to play in the first quarter.
Big 8 yards is what Troy needs to get a first down, keep this drive alive. They've thrown the last 2 plays. I got to expect them to be throwing again.
Troy started this drive at their own 28-yard line, 4th and 8 from the Towanda 31. Ayers takes the snap out of the shotgun, rolls right, throws, and in and out of the hands of the receiver. He had his man, Ridge Spencer. Spencer, I don't know if he was concentrating on the sideline or maybe looking to cut that up for some yards, but never looking into his hands, incomplete.
Yeah, that's the old saying, don't hit him in the hands. That's exactly where the ball hit him, and it bounced off his chest and out of bounds.
That is a turnover on downs. The Towanda defense with a big hold. They needed it. They take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. 5:59 to play first quarter. 6-0 Troy with the lead. It looks like Kifkart is lined up back there in the backfield alongside Mosier, and I would imagine West. It's going to be West taking the carry, and that door closed in a hurry. Maybe back to the line. That's it. Actually, a loss of 1 on the play back to the 30-yard line. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 with 5:40 to play here in the first quarter.
Towanda so far very happy to try to keep it on the ground, but I think sooner or later they're going to have to air the ball out a little bit.
West alongside Mosier in the backfield. They'll go with 3 receivers to the left. Trips left, receiver out wide right. Mosier takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, but boy, there's just nothing there. He's going to lose at least 1 on the play back to the 29-yard line.
And on the tackle for Troy, Noah Bradley.
So that's going to be, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 11. 5:05 to play. You would imagine here's going to be a passing down.
Yeah, you got to think that Mitchell Mosier is going to have to put the ball in the air. And this is where the Troy defensive line, I think, is going to just lower their heads and come forward.
Kifkart, and is that Sparrow out wide to the left? There's 2 receivers right as well. Benjamin Fee, one of them, looking to throw the ball, gets Kifkart out in the flat on the far side, and he catches it. He's only going to gain about 4 yards on the play, come down at the 34-yard line. Good coverage on the play there by the Trojan defense, and it's going to force a punting situation here for the Knights.
Good solid completion for Mosier because he was really under pressure, and they hit him hard right after he threw the ball.
4:20 and counting here to play in the first quarter. It'll be 4th down with about 6 from their own 35-yard line here for the Black Knights. Punting unit is out. Benford and Williams, the deep here for the Trojans to return. Nice clean snap again. And Delameter gets off a beauty again. It's going to be caught at about the 37-yard line by Benford. Benford dancing around at the 40, 45, 50, down the near sideline, 35, 30, and somebody there with a big tackle forcing them out of bounds for the Knights, or that would have gone for another return.
Yeah, Ethan Sparrow is one that was the game-saving touchdown tackle, but Boy, there was a blocker out in front of Benford. And he kind of slowed down. Boy, if he could have got on Sparrow, Benford would have took it right on in.
And a nice return down to the Towanda 22-yard line. That's where the Trojans put it into play again with 3:47 to play first quarter. They lead it by a score of 6-0. I'll send the receiver out wide right. That's number 16, Ridge Spencer, lining up in an I formation in the backfield. Kind of a tight formation, if you will. Landon takes the handoff, gets down to the 20-yard line. He's turned around, stood up, and knocked down a gain of 2 on the play.
Audie Vanderpool in on the tackle for the Black Knights from his position right there in the middle of the defensive line. He's a big boy.
Second down and 8 now. The ball at the 20-yard line. 3:23 to play first quarter. Trojans with the ball in the lead, 6-0. Nick Williams goes out wide right. They'll line it up in the I again. Benford the deep back. And now a flag flies before we even get going.
Somebody's offsides, and I gotta think it's Towanda.
Lined up in the neutral zone, was it?
Yeah, I think they must have lined up in the neutral. But,
Indeed. We'll give them 5.
is that quick a flag? They must have been lined right up offside.
Yeah, because there was no way it could be a delay of game or anything. It was too quick.
It's an offsides on the defense.
3-5 yards for the Trojans. Now they'll move down to the 15-yard line. It'll be second down and 3. Same formation. Landon the up back. The deep guy is Benford. Williams the receiver out wide right.
I don't know what the officials want to talk about, but we got something. Waiting to see.
It's a correction. And they're going to say it was against the Trojans. So now, that's a big break. That's about a 12-yard swing, is it not?
Yeah.
Because now they'll go back to the 20 and mark it off 5 yards to the 25. 10-yard swing anyway.
And I think also there was a sideline warning against the Trojan coach.
So here we go again. They wind the clock, approaching 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Ayers takes the handoff, gives the handoff to Benford. He tries to go up over a defender. He'll pick up 5 down to the 20-yard line, back where we just started, third down and 8.
Benjamin Fee with the tackle for the Black Knights.
There wasn't much going on there. A nice hole opened up early, but when it closed in, Benford decided he was going to try to Superman up over, and down he went at the 20-yard line. 2:40 to play first quarter.
I hate to say it, but you see the college kids do that, and the pros do it. And even in high school, they think they can jump a kid. Good way to get injured.
Kind of a pistol formation this time for the Trojans. Ayers going to roll right, looking to throw the ball, and overthrows his intended target. And that was intended for number 4, Gavin Kohik. That was him that time. And yeah, it was
that was thrown
high.
just a little bit high.
Yeah.
Boy, Sparrow put a nice hit on him after the ball went through his hands.
Well, this is the second week in a row. This Towanda secondary, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Nobody's getting wide open out there at all.
Nope, and they're not afraid to hit somebody.
So it's going to be 4th down and 8 now from the 20-yard line. The Trojans keeping their offense out of the field. They'll go with the pistol. Receiver out wide right. Ayers with time, looking to throw the ball, and he had somebody wide open that time and just misfired out of the stretching hands of Morgan Madigan. And again, the Towanda defense holds. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, Madigan was wide open at the 15-yard line. If he catches that ball, he just trots on in. But Towanda stiffs, holds up, and they're going to get the ball back with 2:17 to go. They're down 6-0. And that all happened on the kickoff, an 82-yard return by Williams. Took 13 seconds, and it's been quiet since.
It has been, and I have to mention that the Trojans were in the more trucking red zone. I forgot to do that. Pass attempted there by Mosier. I think Benjamin Fee was the intended receiver, too strong. But anyway, more trucking of Canton, more does more. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Knights. The ball at their own 20-yard line with 2:13 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that one just got away from Mosier. That had no chance of being completed, but at least they're looking like they're going to try and throw the ball downfield.
2 receivers left, 1 right. A back on either side of Mosier in the backfield. They hand it off to West, and nothing doing. He's hitting the backfield, loss of about 2 yards on the play.
and he's hit by number Big 50.
It's West
I
on the
haven't
carry.
mentioned him because he's been in on a lot of plays already, but Mason him, and I'll tell you, he really stuck him good that time.
Yeah, the ball marked to 18, third down and 12 now, down to a minute 50 to play here in the opening quarter. The opening kickoff, as Mickey mentioned, was returned by Nick Williams. Other than that, Troy's moved the ball, but it has stalled out. The Towanda defense has held. Now they're looking for their first down. Over the middle, and that's going to be picked off. Flags fly, 20, 10-5, and out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And nope, they're saying he got in for the score. Now let's see what the flag is.
That's going to be a pass interference against the
Flag on the
Trojans.
play.
That touchdown from the interception is going to be nullified.
Chase Robert with the interception after the ball was deflected. He took it in about 20 yards for the score. But let's see what the official word is from the officials. As you said, you're calling pass interference. I'm not sure. We'll see. Flag dropped right at the 20-yard line.
Officials are on the 10-yard line. There's all of them. They're talking about it. And looks like Troy's backing up.
So the Knights with a break, as that ball was tipped into the air. Robert was there to grab it at around the 20-yard line, 24-yard line. But they will mark that off, and I believe that will give the Knights their first down of the evening. Indeed it will. They'll mark it all the way up at the 32-yard line.
You'll take them any way you can get them, Kenny.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I wasn't sure because when the flag came down, I wasn't sure maybe the interception counted. There was a holding on the return or something, but no, it was pass interference against the Trojans. 1st and 10 to Towanda. They hand it off to West, coming near side, and he's ripped down in the backfield for a loss of about 6.
That was a nice defensive play by Chase
That's
Robert.
West on the carry.
Well, he's a little mad. He just ran 25 yards for a score, and it didn't count. So now
Yeah,
it's...
that's right.
They marked that ball all the way back at the 28-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 15. The
Tackle by
clock rolls
Robert.
down to a
Second
minute
down.
to play here in the first quarter. 6-0, Trojans with the lead. Mosier in the backfield, West alongside him, and they hand it to him again. And boy, I tell you, Mick, that defense just getting into the backfield quickly. And
Troy says they got the football.
I think they whistled it dead. Yeah, they're saying 3rd down.
That's West on the carry.
Yeah, I see there was a player. I think it's him standing there holding the ball, and I'm not sure he stripped it away somehow. But they're saying he down by contact or what it was. But let's see.
3rd down.
It's really close as to whether or not they have to snap this before the first quarter ends.
If I'm Towanda, I let the clock run out.
Yeah, if they can.
They've got 16 on the time clock, and
It's almost right to the second.
you know,
The only thing you don't want to risk a delay of game here. And I think they'll be all right. Yeah. First quarter is going to come to a close here in Towanda. Score Troy 6, Towanda nothing. Back after this 60-second timeout on 95.3 The Bridge and an Oldies 99. Start of the second quarter here in Towanda, 6-0 our score. Trojans with the lead. The Black Knights facing a 3rd and 15 from their own 28-yard line as we get set for live football to return. A reminder, if you were tuning into Wiggle and there was no ball game, the Athens and Canton game was postponed tonight. But you're more than welcome to sit back and relax and enjoy this one. after the long opening kickoff return, no scoring.
No, Towanda's actually played a pretty good ball game. Troy's put up a lot of yardage, but hasn't gotten back in the end zone.
Mosier now takes the snap, looking to throw the ball, and that ball is going to be knocked in the air by Mason Imp, but they're going to say the play's not going to count. False start against Towanda first, so play dead before it started. They'll back him up 5.
One thing watching Mosier throw, his ball, he throws a high ball. I mean, he throws it way up in the air, and that has a tendency to hang up there for quite a while. So he's one of them players that you might be able to pick off, but he seemed to be a little more accurate tonight than he was last week.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. His release is not what you normally see, but nice throw. Maybe a little too high there for Kithcart on the left sideline, incomplete, and the Black Knights will be forced to punt this one away.
Very surprised he came right back with the same play they ran.
4th down.
But they must have saw something, but they're going to have to punt it. And on the last punt, Binford ran it back beautifully, almost got a touchdown. And I'll tell you, they got Williams back there. He's the one that ran back the kickoff. So, I mean, both of them are very deadly to take the ball all the way back.
Delameter stands at around his own 11-yard line awaiting the snap, and that one a little high. He didn't handle it easily. And a nice punt. Going to come down around the 39-yard line. They kind of fought over it back there, but it's Binford coming with the ball 50, 40, 35, 30 down the far sideline and out of bounds at around the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Delameter, the punter, the one that knocked him out of bounds finally, but boy, he's got some speed.
Does he? He and Williams kind of collided going for that ball and ran back around the 39-yard line, and it was Binford that ended up taking it out of there and flying down the far sideline. It'll be 1st down and 10, though actually he say he went out at around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they both want the ball. They realize this. They might get a chance to run one back.
Yeah, the one kickoff return so far and a couple nice punt returns. And they come up to the line of scrimmage here, 1st and 10. Lining up in an I formation, Ayers under center, 2 receivers left, 1 right. He keeps it himself on the option, spins over the 25 down to the 24-yard line.
They really haven't had that much luck running the football against this Towanda team. They've had a few pass attempts, but their secondaries played real well. So far, the defense for Towanda, just like last week, is doing the job.
Yeah, I think the problem they're going to have is trying to move the ball offensively, get some points. After the injury to their quarterback last week. 2 receivers left, 1 right, I formation again. This time it's going to be a handoff to Binford. He explodes through the line, and he gets all the way down inside the 10-yard line, 5, and lowers his shoulder and busts into the end zone. Wow, what a run.
I just get done telling you how good the Towandas looked against the run, and that time there was a huge hole. And when you got a guy like Binford with that quick step, he was in the end zone before you know it.
Boy, he blasted through there, and then somebody down around the goal line came up to make a hit, and he just kind of like pushed him out of the way and into the end zone for the score, 12-0 with 10:57 to play. They'll stay out for the 2-point conversion this time around. Spencer out wide right, I formation behind Ayers. They hand it off to Landon, and he is stood up and pushed backwards, so the point after will be no good. 10:57 to play here in the first half. Our score now, Troy 12, Towanda nothing. Back in 60 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99. Boy, that happened quick. What's up? Oh. And we're back. Boy, nice long kick. They're going to bounce right out of the back of the end zone. That ball into the end zone anyway for a touchback.
I agree with you, Kenny. That was an excellent kick. You don't see a lot in high school anymore. Usually they kick it to about the 15, 20-yard line. That was well kicked right inside the 5, one bounce into the end zone.
Madigan does the kicking, of course, for the Trojans, so the Black Knights will start at their own 20-yard line. 12-0 our score. Trojans with the lead. 10:57 to play here in the second quarter. The Knights still looking for their first points of the new season. They're going to empty out the backfield, and they're going to go trips left, 2 receivers right. Mosier all alone back there, takes a snap. He looks to throw, quick release, and that's going to be picked off on a little slam pass intended for Sparrow, I believe, and that's going to be Nick Williams with the interception. And Troy will go right back on to offense, taking over at around the 29.
Troy's ball, first and 10.
Troy sent all 3 linebackers that time. Mosier got the pass off, but as soon as that ball left his hand, he was smacked down. And that ball was well read by Williams.
And he had to go down to it, so he wasn't able to return it. But the Trojans now in business, first and 10 at the Towanda 29-yard line. They lead at 12-0 with 10:50 to play here in the second quarter. Ayers with a back on either side of him, and the whistles blow as that snap comes off. They blow it dead. Towanda seems to be clapping on the line, so it must be Trojans.
That's one of the wide receivers for Troy. And if you've ever been to a ball game, a lot of times the wide receiver will look to the line judge and put his arm up like, am I okay? And you know, if the judge normally will tell you something, well, that's exactly what the wide receiver did, but he was the one offside.
Oh, he was the one offside.
You know, but
he kind of confessed.
See how they look over, they put their hands on that time he gave the thumbs up.
He kind of confessed. Okay, so it'll be 1st and 15 now back at the 34-yard line. Ayers to throw, and just a little too strong for his intended receiver. That was number 4 out there. That would be Gavin Kodak, the intended receiver.
Second down.
I'll bring up a 2nd down and 15 now from the 34-yard line.
Ayers hasn't had a very good night throwing the football. A lot of it's been the secondary for Towanda, but he's struggling a little bit with the passing game, but he can heat up pretty fast.
They come up to the line of scrimmage. This time he'll be under center. They'll line it up in an I formation in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And this time it will be a handoff to Binford out the left side. Explodes 30, 25-yard line. Brought down from behind down around the 21. But a flag down again around the 34-yard line.
That looks like that's going to be a block in the back. It might be a hold, but yeah, it was right on the corner. And as soon as Binford went around the corner, the flag came out.
So, yeah, they're going to mark it backwards. Boy, he gets out to the outside quickly, though, doesn't he?
Boy, I'll tell you what. Landon, I expected more out of him tonight. They've been very quiet using him. But Binford's having a heck of a night, so I guess you do feed the hot runner. But boy, he's got that first quick step, and boy, he's around the corner, and then he's right up the sideline.
Well, that was a big penalty. Must have occurred in the backfield. They mark him all the way back to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and a long way to go, like 27 yards. Ayers in the backfield, takes the snap, rolls near side, now cuts it back left. He's looking to throw the ball, and great coverage downfield. That ball's going to sail out of bounds and complete. Now we'll bring up a 3rd down on about 27 yards to go.
Felt that Kenny Sparrow with very good coverage over there along the sidelines. Ayers is hoping to get that ball in there, but he ain't going right at the receiver.
On to bring up 3rd down. 46 21 to play here in the first half. Ayers under center, hands it off to Landon, the first guy through, and he'll get a few down to around the 42-yard line, 43, somewhere in that range. That'll bring up 4th down, and I believe they'll bring on the punting unit.
Landon on the carry.
I'm Towanda, though. I'd be ready for anything right here.
Benjamin Fee and the number 15, Nate Parker, go deep for the Knights to return. Landon does the punting for the Trojans. Clock winding inside 10 minutes, down to about 9:50 to play.
That's Landon back to punt with Troy.
And they got to hustle here if they're going to get this playoffs. Players still coming in here from the Trojans sideline. And they've got time. A clean snap to Landon. Flag flies as that ball is kicked inside the 10-yard line. Benjamin Fee brings it back over the 10 to the 15. And wow, still on his feet with the marks of I think around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I was surprised he was stopped at the 15. Troy dragged him back about 6 yards and tossed him to the turf.
It looks like a false start against the Trojans. Now, if they can decline it, I would imagine the Knights will decline that, right? Or will they make him kick it again?
I think Towanda would make him kick it again. But boy, I don't know if that's a good strategy.
And it looks like...
Yeah, they're going to make him kick it again.
And it's going to... Wow. A lot of penalties here tonight for the Trojans.
Yeah, I'm going to say, last week we didn't have that many penalties. And it was, for the first game of the year, it was kind of clean. But, boy, tonight everybody looks just a step off.
Yeah. Wait, isn't that where they were? Oh, no. Because he gained... I forgot Landon did gain a couple yards on that third down carry. So they're kicking it, and there goes the flag again. I believe somebody from the Trojans left early again, Mick.
Yep.
And again, the ball caught by Benjamin Feed around the 10-yard line. So that would have been better for Troy. They would have lost 5 yards with Towanda from the previous punt. But I believe they're going to have to do this again. Again, false start against the Trojans.
That time it was one of the wide receivers. He left the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Another false start.
The official right there. But you're right, Towanda would have lost 5 yards on that.
And now we'll see what happens again as they mark them off. They're going to be on their own side of the field now. It's like 4th down and about 40 yards to go.
Yeah, one time it was 1st down on the Towanda 29. Now it's 4th down on the Troy 49.
Wow. And a clean snap, and this time a line drive punt is going to bounce, taken by Fee at the 12-yard, Benjamin Fee at the 12, over the 15 near the 20, and you got to be kidding me. There's another flag down.
I think, though, this is going to be between Troy and a Towanda player. Unnecessary roughness. I think the Troy player took a cheap shot at one of the Towanda players around the Towanda 47. But we'll wait and see.
Nope.
Oh, they're going to call holding against Troy.
Offensive holding against Troy.
Oh. So he said he was holding the Towanda kid. I thought he hit him illegally, but he's going to say he was holding him. So that should be after the punt, though.
Mick, I am completely flabbergasted. They're going to back them up again.
Well, I thought, boy, that penalty should have been on after the punt.
I'm not sure what the heck that... Okay, they're definitely marking holding.
No, they said
it must have happened before the punt started.
Yep, you're right.
So, okay, the original line of scrimmage, okay, they have to get to the Towanda 19-yard line. They are all the way back at their own 39-yard line punting this ball now. And wait. I don't see flags, but whistles are blowing. That kick's not going to count.
Now,
Towanda called timeout.
One thing, the punter's getting a lot of practice. They're getting a lot of snaps and punts.
Holy snackers. 8:46 to play in the first half. Towanda calls their first timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be right back on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99. Boy, they just went backwards 5 yards at a time a lot. The line of scrimmage is now their own 39-yard line. This drive started at the Towanda 29.
I'm surprised. Towanda's only going to drop one. And it's Sparrow, I believe, number 2.
I wonder if Benjamin Fee's all right. I mean, he returned 2 punts that didn't count. 3, 2, 3, I don't know.
He's out there.
Is he out there?
Yeah, he's out there.
Okay.
I'm just wondering why we don't have 2 guys back.
And a nice kick by Landon, and it's going to take a hop. Sparrow's going to have to let that one go. That's going to roll all the way down inside the 15 and be touched down at about the 13-yard line.
I have no explanation why you don't send 2 guys back there and try to get, get a little better field position. Now you're going to be at your own 13.
After all that, the original punt return came back to the 15-yard line. So, yeah, Towanda takes over at their own 13 now. They trail at 12-0 with 8:34 to play second quarter. That was something. You see, sometimes, you do these ball games all the time, right? And you just sometimes see stuff for the first time. It's going to be a handoff to West, and he's trying to make something happen. He's going to get knocked down for a big loss of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, when that ball was handed off to West, he was already being hit by one of the Trojan defensive players, and they just drove him backwards.
Second down.
So it will now be second down and a long way to go. They'll mark the ball down at the 9-yard line, 2nd and 13. Clock winds down to about 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Trojans with the 12-0 lead. Giftcart in the backfield next to Mosier. We haven't seen him run the ball yet. I wonder if this will be the first time. And it is him taking the ball and through the line of scrimmage, powering his way up over the 15 to around the 17, maybe 18-yard line.
Yeah, last week he was one bright spot as far as running the football, and that's his first carry tonight. He looked pretty good.
Tackle by
They'll
Ayers.
bring up a third down. And about, 7, 8 yards to go.
Yeah, I'll say about 7.
The ball up to the 18-yard line now, down to 7:15 to play here in the opening half. If you're just tuning in, Nick Williams returned the opening kickoff, 82 yards for the score, and things remained that way until just a few moments ago when Binford ran one in from about 20 yards out. And now it's a fake handoff. Now it goes to Cathcart, and this time the Trojan defense all over it. They'll drop him down for a loss of 2 on the play.
And so far tonight, Towanda's done a good job on the punting, but this is a little dangerous now. You're deep in your own territory. You need a good solid snap. Plus, you've got to cover because Binford's run 2 of them back quite a ways.
Tackled by Bellows.
So now the Knights will be set to kick it away again. The ball at their own 17-yard line, down to 6:30 to play. And yeah, Mick, I agree. Is this time to angle it, even though you're back this far?
I don't think I want to kick it straight down, but I think that's what Delameter's going to do.
And a nice clean snap. Whoa, that one almost blocked. He does get it off. It's going to take a hop. Taken right at the 50-yard line by Binford. Binford left, now comes back to the right side. And he's at the 45, trying to cut it back across the field again. And he's got room. 40, 35, there's a flag down. 25, 20. And still on his feet to about the 14-yard line. 1, 2, 3 flags out there on the field.
Well, the first flag was going to bring the whole play back anyway. That was roughing the punter. They hit the punter right after the
flags, yeah.
But then we had 2 flags, I think, were for an illegal hit. In high school, they're trying to stop that, where a guy's running and he turns around and you hit him from the blind side.
Look at that. There's a flag at the 5. That's on the punter. There's one at the 23. There's one at the 39. One at the 43.
Yeah.
Wow. And 2 at the 39, excuse me. One on the near hash, one on the far hash.
Nate Parker really got walloped. I know that the kid for Troy was just trying to put on a nice block, but they're trying to eliminate that. And Parker turned around and started to run upfield, and I mean, he was just taken right off his feet. But they're going to have to sort all this out, but it's going to start with the original block on the kicker, roughing the kicker, which should have given Towanda a first down to begin with.
There's been more yellow on the field than I've ever seen.
As you said, you look out there, all you see is yellow flags all over there.
Yep, the 5, yep, the 23. 1-2 at the 39-yard line. Now they're in a big conference there. Sad news to report as Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed on at the age of 87.
She has been sick off and on for about 6 months. She was up in age, but...
yeah, 87, but yeah. Well, she's stuck in there for a long, long time. So let's see what they get sorted out here. Now the official... Okay. There was a illegal block, holding, all of the... And what the other one was a personal foul, was it not?
Yeah, roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. So...
Nathaniel.
Now, I don't know how they're going to mark all this off or where they're going to mark it off from. But either way, it'll be Towanda ball. They'll have a first down, just depending on where the ball's going to be.
I'm up here, all right?
Boy, I wish they were mic'd up. I can't hear what they're saying. They're still trying to discuss what's going on. Okay, so running into the kicker is declined.
Yep.
Holding against the Trojans. And it will be their first down. But why would they decline to running into the kicker? You know why? Because it would have only been 5 yards and they would have had to kick it away again by taking
but
the holding call.
This will be Troy's ball.
Right, but Towanda would have still had to kick it again from deep in their own territory.
Oh, that was only a 5 yard?
Right.
Running? Oh,
yeah, it was running into the kicker. So now they're marking the kickoff from the 45-yard line, so they're going to start at their own 48 now, after that's all sorted out.
I thought it was a 15-yard roughing the kicker, but if it's only 5 yards, Towanda made the right call, decline that, take the holding, and march them back from where they caught the ball.
Wow.
All the action tonight's pretty much been on special teams.
Oh boy, if you're wearing black and white vertical stripes, you got it going on. All the action here tonight. Alright, 1st and 10, Troy from their own 48. They hand it off to Landon, the first guy through. He drags defenders into Towanda territory inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
I think he's going to be about a yard short of a first down. That's his best run of the evening, though.
He was pulling defenders with him for sure, down to 5:35 to play here in the first half. 2nd down, a yard to go. Williams, the receiver, out wide right. I believe that's Spencer here on the near sideline. Wide left, I should say. Troy moving left to right as we see it. Ayers takes the snap, keeps it himself, now pitches it out to Binford, 40-yard line, 35-yard line, cuts it back inside. Actually, nice defense by Kithcart. Wouldn't let him go, rips him out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
It's a first down, though, for the Trojans. And I'll tell you, that's the first real option that's been run by Ayers. And he did a nice job on that. He held it to the last second, then pitched it to Binford. And as we said all night, Binford's got a huge first step. You better get him quick.
Yeah, he flies, no doubt. Clock stop with 5:11 to play here in the first half. 12-0 Troy. Receiver each way, I formation lined up behind Ayers. Takes the snap, pitches it. And who was the runner there? That wasn't Binford. Dropped down for a loss of a couple back to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. That was Kodak, number 4. Is that what it was?
I believe so. And Alex Perez was in on the tackle for the Black Knights.
Number 7, please. I'm not sure. Yeah, a couple of the players in the area. Binford back in there. Yeah, he was taking a breather. Clock get moved. It's still at 5:11. They never started it. And there it goes. It starts running. 2nd down and 12. Ayers with the snap, looking to throw the ball. He's got Williams near side, 30-yard line, 25, cuts it back in, spin move to the 20, and down he goes. Another first down there for the Trojans, and they enter the Moore's Trucking red zone. Moore's Trucking of Canton. Moore does more.
Benjamin Fee on the coverage for the Black Knights, but Williams gave him a little move and got around him, but then they brought him down at the 20.
First set of downs now for Troy. Clock runs down to 4:40 to play here in the second quarter. Receiver each way. They line up in the eye behind Ayers. He takes the snap, fakes. Oh, he does hand it off to Binford. Binford trying to make something happen, cuts it out to the outside. This time he's ripped down right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Boy, nice tackle by Delameter. Coming up from his safety position. Boy, he took the legs right out of Binford.
That's Binford on the carry.
And that'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 20, down to 4:08 to play in the ball first half.
Second down.
Boy, the defense has done a nice job tonight. Boy, if they could just keep Troy out of the end zone before halftime, I think Towanda would be happy going right down there.
Troy calls timeout, 3:59 to play, second quarter, 12-0. Trojans with the lead back in 30 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99. .359 to play here in the first half. Troy with a 12-0 lead. They have it second down and 10 from the Towanda 20-yard line. And it just seems like not a whole lot of action out here tonight, Mick. There's been a lot of penalties, and neither team really getting into the flow of things by the seams of it.
I think that's the best way to describe it, Kenny, is just there's not a flow to this game. It's herky-jerky, and there's been a lot going on, but nothing smooth.
Now second and 10 from the 20-yard line come the Trojans. Little screen pass to Spencer on the far sideline. He's got the 15 down to the 10. Should be enough for a first down as he goes out of bounds at around the, what are they marking, at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good call there because the Towanda defense player was back about 7 yards off of the receiver. And they just threw a quick pass out to him. And then he tries to make a move, and he did. And got down inside the 10, or they're marking at the 10.
Yeah, the market was at the 10-yard line. He did go out of bounds, so the clock stopped till the snap. 3:53 showing here in the second quarter. Kohick to the right, receiver out wide left. I can't get a number way too far away from my old eyes. And he's going to run the option, keep it to himself. Ayers spin move at the 5, still on his feet, dances down to the 2, and across the goal line, touchdown Trojans.
Boy, that was a nice run by Ayers because he got hit at about the 5, did a little spin move, as you said, Kenny, and when he come out of the spin, he just dove to the goal line.
It's number 2, Dom Ayers.
Hop left, hop right, and across the goal line he goes, and the Trojans extend their lead now to 18-0. I believe they're going to keep the offense on the field and go for 2.
Yeah, that first one we thought they kicked an extra point, but it was declared no good. Second time they went for the 2-point conversion, did not get it. This is the third chance.
Landon alongside Ayers in the backfield. They do throw, and it's going to be caught and good. Madigan with the 2-point conversion makes it 20-0. Troy on top, 3:45 to play, second quarter. Back in 60 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99.
Ayers' pass was caught by Madigan.
All right. Kickoff goes down to the 5-yard line, streaking right up over the middle, 20, 25, up to the 30-yard line on the return. That was that Ryan West on the return?
No, Delameter.
Oh, was it Delameter?
West on the return.
Okay. Number 5, I thought it was, okay, I saw number 6 down there, that's why I said that. So, best field starting position, I would say, for the this night so far, isn't it? Down to the 30-yard line?
It's crucial, Kenny. They got to put a drive together. At least eat the clock up for this half. You don't want to give Troy ball back with time left on the clock in the half.
3:38 second quarter. And they hand it off to West, and he's going to go down for a loss of about 3 yards on the play. We'll see if they give him any progress, but I would imagine they're going to mark the ball at the 28-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Brady Sargent in on that tackle for the Trojan defense.
Clock winds down to 3:15 to play. 20-0 our score. Trojans with the lead.
Tawanda's got the play in, but I think they're going to probably try to keep it on the ground, but we'll wait and see.
West alongside the quarterback back there. Trips left, receiver right. Trojans showing blitz, and that's going to get blown up in the backfield back to the 25-yard line.
You called her. They blitzed, and 3 guys met at the quarterback. And that's another loss for the Black Knights back to the 25-yard line.
Boy. It looks like number 6. I do not have the roster out there.
Who, for what team?
For Troy. Big boy on the left end there. He's the one that came in there and made that play.
Geez, that does look like a 6.
That's definitely a 6. I'm pretty sure.
That's not an 8, is it? Renzo?
I don't think so. Maybe. I can't tell. It looks like a 6 to me. There's a snap and a handoff to... and that whistle dead before it gets going. It's going to be a false start against the Knights. 3rd down and 15. That'll make it 3rd down and 20. They'll push that ball back to the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you, that time Towanda didn't look set at all for that play to even begin, and they were called for illegal procedure, so it's going to bring up 3rd and really long, about 20 yards. They got to get out to the 40-yard line for a 1st down.
Yeah, 3rd and 20. Clock runs inside, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. They'll spread it out, trips left, receiver out wide right. Mosier takes the snap, hands it off to West. West with some running room, but it closes up in a hurry. 25 to the 26-yard line, and the punting unit will have to come out for the Black Knights. I believe Detroit called timeout to try to get...
Somebody called timeout. I think it's Troy.
Troy calls timeout with 1:41 remaining in the first half. They lead at 20-0. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99.
Tackled by Robert. 4th down.
Yeah, I'm sure they wanted some time to... I don't think Towanda called that. That would be silly for them to do it.
Fine, Troy, you got it. The way they're returning punts. You can set right up for a... Well, you might even run one back. You set right up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Towanda has negative yardage in that first half. I'd like to see somebody keeping stats. Okie dokie, bud. Minute 41 remaining in the first half. 20-0 Troy with the lead. Towanda getting set to kick this one away, and I don't know. And I guess that's what I would do: kick it away, not give anybody a chance to return this thing at all.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Binford's done a great job returning punts tonight, and they also got Williams back. He's already got 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So I mean, both of them are explosive. So if I'm Delameter, yeah, I want a good punt, but. Boy, try to kick a low line drive or something that's going to hit the ground.
You know, actually, between the penalties and their defense, Troy's not really moving the ball that much. They've played a lot of this half on the Towanda side of the field. So, I mean, just kick it away if you don't get the yardage. Anyway, nice coverage on the play that time. Decent punt. It was returned by Williams from about the 40 to about the 47-yard line. And he'll be knocked down there. So Troy takes over at their own 48. That's where they're marking at. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Minute 31 remaining here in the first half.
They haven't had a great job tonight throwing the football, but right now is where I think if they're going to come out with 1:31 to go and 2 timeouts, I think they got to think about putting the ball in the air.
They'll go with the 2 receiver set, 1 out wide each way. It's going to be a handoff to Landon. Landon 50 and upended at the 45-yard line. Ball loose on the turf. And they're actually going to say he's down, so it doesn't matter who recovered it. But somebody made a big tackle out there, tripping him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was Ryan West. Got an arm on that ankle and twisted him over. Otherwise, that could have been a big run.
Well, it looked like it had the makings of a big run. Second down, about 4 from the 45-yard line. The snap, airs, throws, caught. Williams right at the sticks. He's brought down. That should be enough for the first down.
Good coverage, though, by Towanda, and that looks like it's West again out there.
Oh.
But
Williams on the reception.
do we have a timeout called?
Troy has a timeout. I'll tell you what, I think that's a bad spot. I got to be honest. They're going to mark him a yard short. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. We're right back. 20-0 Troy. Back in 30 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99.
I smashed the linebacker, Ryan Fritz.
50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Troy with a third down and 1 from the Towanda 48-yard line. They lead by a score of 18-0.
If you're Troy, I guess you got to concentrate on getting the first down right now. You need a yard. But they got one timeout left, and you don't really want to use that right away. So you run a play here, get the first down, and get ready on the next play.
If something opens, he could poke one downfield. Don't go for it on fourth. They do throw it, and this time it's going to be caught by Kohek. Similar play to last time. He gets the first down and steps out of bounds at the 39-yard line, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left. But that short little pass there in the flat, they've had people open.
Yes, they have.
That's Kohek
Now
on
I
the
think
reception.
they went down the middle a couple times in the first quarter, and they were incomplete with good coverage. It's about time they try down that middle again.
Ayers ran to the sideline to get the play. He and Binford come running back now to the Trojan huddle. First and 10 at the Towanda 39-yard line. Troy up 20-0. Two receivers out wide left. Ayers in a shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He throws over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by the Towanda Black Knights at the 22-yard line. That number 36 come up with that pick?
I believe it was 36, Zach Schoonover.
Boy, he was right there, went down low, picked that thing off, and Towanda will take over at their own 23-yard line is where they mark him down. I would be surprised if they do anything here other than maybe hand it off and try to get into the locker room.
I think I just have Mosier take a knee. But I'll tell you what, the receiver for Troy never looked for that ball. And I'll tell you what, Schoonover made a nice play. Tawanda's short a player. They got to get somebody in here.
Yep, somebody comes running in, number 22, into the...
That's Hartman.
It looks like they're lining up. They're going to try to do something here, Mick. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They get the snap off, and they hand it off to West, and he's going to go down for a loss at the 20-yard line. Loss of about 2 yards on the play. High school football on WTTC Towanda, WTZ at Troy.
Last on the carry.
That was Madigan on the nice tackle to bring him down, and
It'll be second down, about, 12, 13 yards to go. And I don't know if they're even going to break the huddle here. They might just let this clock run all the way down and end the half. They will get the ball first to start the second half if that maybe
that's it
takes
for the
their
half,
position.
Kenny. They're not going to run a play.
Yeah, players are starting to head to the locker room. The first 24 minutes of this ball game complete. It is Troy leading it 20-0 at the break. We'll be back with the Welch Insurance halftime show right after this. I'll tell you what, but go right into commercials with that instead of coming out. Like when this is over, start playing commercials and give me a couple minutes.
You want that off?
Oh yeah, I probably should turn that.
gentlemen, the Towanda Black Knights Marching Band is proud to present its 2020 field show, Young and United. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The show will open with the tune We Are Young by the pop rock group Fun. Next is the cadet feature, The Walker, made popular by the band Fitz and the Tantrums. The show closes with the 2011 hit When We Stand Together by Nickelback. The band is under the direction of Mr. Alan Fink, with assistant director Mr. Vinny Mignano. The cadet advisor is Mrs. Stacy Whipwire. This year's senior drum major is Jordan Hartman, and the junior drum major is Sam Tavani. The cadet captains are Maribeth Boardman and Jillian Larnard. The band would like to extend special thanks to the Towanda Area School District Administration for supporting our efforts this season in difficult circumstances and making sure we can learn, practice, and perform. Without further ado, we present Young and United.
Getting set for the start of the second half of the ball game. Troy up 20-0 here at the halftime break. Both teams are back out on the sideline, and actually the Black Knights standing at their own 40-yard line, huddled up with their coaches, getting some last second instruction before we get this second half kickoff underway. Troy will be kicking to Towanda to get things started.
I'll tell you what though, Kenny, Troy, they didn't come out until I looked at the clock, it was 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go before the half is over, and they finally were in the end zone to come out on the field. I think their coaching staff had a lot to say to them, and I expect to see them really fired up here to start the second half.
Yeah, like I said, and like you said, it's like beating a dead horse, but so many penalties. I have never seen that many penalties called on a team in one half before. Literally 4 on one play. So I'm sure the coaches were in their ear quite hard. And we'll get the second half started here shortly. And I believe the Knights lined up on the wrong side of the field. They've got to switch. I was thinking, now that's interesting. Troy's coming out on the same side as Towanda. Now Towanda going on the other side of the 50 and they're running down. And now Benjamin Fee's going to be winded because he just went from his own 10 on that side now all the way down to the other.
Trying to see who's going back there with him. If that's Delameter or
that's West.
Or West.
Yeah, number 6, Ryan West.
Ryan West. Oh, Delameter's in the middle.
Yep, he's up one of the up backs at the 20-yard line. So.
Alrighty, we're ready for the second half of football. It's 20-0 in favor of Troy. Both teams are 0-1 here on this young season. And the Trojans will kick it off to the Black Knights to start the second half. Here's the voice of NTL football, Mr. Kenny Lane.
Thank you very much, Mickey Fox. Morgan Madigan has the ball teed up. He kicked a touchback his last time up. This time it's going to bounce it around the 10-yard line. It's picked up there by West. He's at the 15-20. Cutting it out to the right side, 25-30. And to about the 32-yard line, he gets knocked down, and the Knights will put it into play right there, trailing 20-0.
Nice little return there by Ryan West and the Black Knights having the ball to start the second half. As we said, they're down 20-0, but a whole half of football to play yet, so things can happen, but Towanda's going to have to find some offense.
They mark it right at the 33-yard line, first down and 10 as we get the third quarter underway. Troy up 20-0. The Knights will put 3 receivers out wide to the left side, 1 out far right. Mosier hands it off to West. West with some room, 35-yard line, and that closes up in a hurry, but a 4-yard run might be his longest of the night.
Yeah, he was brought down there by Gavin Goet, but it was a nice hole, but it closed up really fast.
Gain of 4 to the 37-yard line, second down and 6. Towanda looking for their first down with the offense. Now, they did get 1 in the first half, but that came through a penalty. Cathcart in the backfield right now, lined up right alongside Mosier. And he's going to take the handoff coming near side. Tries to get the corner. He got it. 35-40. Tripped up. He's going to be about a yard short of that first down. He had some running room there, Mick.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it was a nice tackle, but he kind of came down funny. It just looked like he was hit. But he went a couple more yards, and then he just kind of dropped. And so give Cody Johnson a good credit for a tackle. But I thought he was by Johnson, and then he kind of went right down.
Big third down coming here for the Black Knights. They're at their own 43-yard line. Third down and 1. Mosier takes the snap, hands it off to West. West cutting back inside. He's got a hit in the backfield. He's still on his feet, actually. Dives forward to the 40, but still a loss of 2 on the play. And now you're looking at 4th and 3.
There was miscommunication between the quarterback and West, and Mosier put the ball in, and then he tried to almost pull it back out, and West took it. And it just took the timing of the play all off.
And it looks like Delameter's going out there to punt this ball away. The drive started with a little bit of promise, but it will result in a 4th and 3 and a punting situation as the clock rolls inside 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Williams and Binford stand at their own 25-yard line awaiting the kick. Rolling to his right and then kicking the ball at an angle. Coming down around the 30-yard line, Williams on the return. Runs into his own blocker and again at the 35-yard line. And that's only going to go for about a 6-7 yard return. And yeah, he had two of his own blockers that time trying to look for some room to run.
Yeah, I was just going to say, really, the coverage by Towanda was not that good, but the coverage by Troy was. They had two guys get in his way and help bring him down. Otherwise, I'll tell you what, Towanda special team wasn't really covering that ball very well that time.
Now we know Williams can return one. He took the opening kick 82 yards. And that's how Troy got on the board the first time. They have a 1st and 10 now at their own 37-yard line. 9:43 to play, third quarter. 20-0 our score. And it's going to be Ayers faking the handoff and keeping himself on the option. He's going to be up over the 40-45, dives to around the 47, close to a first down.
That's probably the best run of the night by Dom Ayers, as he faked the pitch and just kept it himself. And yeah, I think, he didn't get a very good spot. I thought he had a first down easy. He's going to be short.
Boy, I don't even know if it's a whole yard. It will be second down, the ball at the 47-yard line. Williams out wide right. I believe that's Spencer out wide to the left side. I formation lined up in the backfield. Ayers this time does hand it off to Landon. And look at him push that pile into Towanda territory down to around the 47-yard line. That will be a first down.
I'll tell you what, you called it right. That pile just got pushed by Landon, and he didn't want to go down. It wasn't a big run, but enough for a first down. And I'll tell you, he made a point there to say, I'm not going down very easy.
Ball marked right at the 47-yard line on the Towanda side of the field, down to 8:45 to play here in the third quarter. Troy with the 20-0 lead. They're looking to chew up some clock and move this ball into the red zone. We'll see what happens here on the drive. And it's going to be a handoff. This time that's Landon again using speed, and he's going to burst over the 45-40 down to about the 36 and another first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the start of this drive so far, the offensive line for Troy is starting to dominate a little bit on the Towanda defensive line. Ayers has had a nice run. Landon's had a couple nice runs. They're starting to get some holes against this defensive line, and I thought maybe we'd see that in the fourth quarter, but it's starting to happen here in the third.
Two receivers split out to the left, one to the near side. I formation lined up in the backfield. And off to Binford. 35, cuts it out, 30. Back inside to the 25-yard line and dropped there, but another first down.
He is just so quick, Kenny.
Yes.
He made a little move to the outside there. He just kind of stuck a leg out, and the guy went for it. And Binford was out to the corner.
You know what's amazing is he does, like, they tell you not to cut across the field like that. Move north and south, that kind of stuff. And he gets away with it.
Yes, he does.
If you're a coach, you can't really yell at him for it. Because it's unorthodox. He's going back and forth, left and right, as opposed to up and down. But somehow he has the speed to do it. Screen pass out to Spencer on the far sideline. He's going to go for a gain of about 4 down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick little pass out there, but a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 for Troy as they've marched right down the field here. They're at the Towanda 22 now. And I'll tell you, Towanda's Hartman's coming out of the ball game, and coming into the ball game is Adrian Weatherby.
He did go out of bounds after that reception, so the clock is stopped with 7:18 to play here in the third quarter. Ayers takes the snap, hands it off to Landon. Landon again, pushing the pile straight up the middle, inside the 15-yard line. Let's see. Oh, actually, the ball back there. Okay, he didn't go nearly as far as I thought he did.
No, the two linemen ahead of him did, though.
That's who I was watching, I guess.
They got inside the 15, but Landon was stopped at the 17.
Yeah, he stopped at the 17. He'll bring up third down, about 2, maybe 3 yards to go. And I just saw white jerseys like flying inside the 15-yard line. Then I saw the ball laying there. Receiver each way. I formation behind Ayers. He hands it to Binford, and that's going to come back 5 yards. A false start, I'm sure, will be the call. Indeed it is. Whistle that play dead, and another penalty here committed by the Trojans.
I think that's the first penalty, though, of the second half. It's not like we started with a bunch of penalties here in the half like we did the first half.
Yeah, so...
But again, a 5-yard penalty against Troy. They're moving the ball well, and that just slows you down.
It takes 3rd and 2 and makes it 3rd down and 7. Clock down to 6:25 to play here in the third quarter. Now, up to the line of scrimmage they come once again. Ayers under center, takes the snap, hands it to Binford coming near side. Actually, that's Landon. Landon 20, 15, down to the 10, and inside to about the 6, and a flag late.
Boy, if that's a holding or a bad block by Troy, I'm really surprised because it looked like a clean block down there by the Trojan wide receiver. But the flag was thrown right in where he was tackled.
And it will be holding against the Trojans. Wow.
Well, I don't know about that one. But, for Towanda, that's a big break because instead of down around the 10, this is going to be brought out back to about the 30.
Where are they marking that off from? They're going to mark it off from the
24. So it's gonna be past the 30.
No, we'll mark it back to the 25-yard line.
Okay.
So they start to wind the clock, so now it's 3rd down and 10 from the 25. Clock inside 6 minutes now, 3rd quarter action, 5:50 to play. 20-0, Troy with the lead. Another 15 yards and penalties out here on this drive. Hand off to Binford. Spin move at the line of scrimmage, but boy, the Towanda defense relentless that time, not letting him loose. Drops him after a gain of 1.
I think Kenny that time, he had a nice hole, but he tried to cut it to the outside. He should have stayed right in the hole and gone straight ahead. I think he would have had a nice run, but he tried to cut it to the outside, and Towanda caught up with him.
Give him a gain of 2 on the play. 4th down and 8. The ball is the 23-yard line of Towanda. I'm sure the offense will stay on the field here for the Trojans. Clock winds down to about 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 20-0 our score. Trojans with the lead. Pistol formation here. Ayers rolling left. Looks to throw the ball on the run. Wide open. Williams caught 1st down there around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he just looked like he was going to go right to the end zone, and he was running full speed and then just stopped right on a dime, turned around. Ayers threw him a beautiful pass. He was wide open, and a 1st down.
Why? Yeah, that's impressive when you can throw the ball that accurately on the run. And, it's one thing to get back in the pocket and stand there and throw it, but to do it while you're on the fly like that, impressive. 1st down, it'll be first at the 12-yard line as Troy goes into the Moore's Trucking red zone. Moore's Trucking of Canton. Moore does more. Handoff Landon. He's going to take it inside the 10. Backwards down to around the 6.
And on the tackle was John Schoonover, along with, it also was Kithcart. But boy, I'll tell you, Troy's knocking right on the door. This has been a very nice drive.
A very impressive drive, yes. After the punt, they took over at, around their own 30-yard line. About the 37-yard line, and they've methodically moved it downfield.
They've had a couple penalties, but they've overcome them so far.
2nd down and about 4 from the 6-yard line. And there's a handoff to Binford. Binford looking for something to happen, and Towanda defense there again, and maybe falls over the 5 to the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you, Tawanda's getting a little smarter with Binford. They realize he wants to take it to the outside, and they just let him, and then they stretch it out. But I think he did get down to about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3.
It's at the 4. 3rd down and about a yard, maybe 2 yards to go. Down to 3:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. And they've had this ball basically this whole entire quarter, this drive. 3rd down, about 2. Ball at the Towanda 4-yard line. As a handoff to Landon, the first guy through. He'll get the 1st down at the very least. And he is not into the end zone. That'll set up a goal-to-go situation.
Yeah, he just lowered his shoulders. He knew where that 1st down was. He got that and then tried for the touchdown. But they are, on about the 1?
Yeah, they're right at the 1-yard line. 1st down, goal to go. Down to 3:15 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ayers just tuck it and go himself.
He does have 1 touchdown run of about 7 yards so far this evening. And he does hand it off, and he's in. Oh, false start. Back it up. Ouch.
Ooh, another bad penalty. You're right, Kenny.
So the 1st down and goal will happen from the 6th down instead of the 1. So this is what we were talking about at halftime. I mean, that's 20 yards and penalties on this drive. And they're chewing up time and they're moving the ball nicely, but boy, they've given up 20 yards so far.
But you're right. This is what drives a coach crazy. You just had the ball on the 1 yard line. Now you're right back to about the 6.
They ended the deep back this time. And they pitch it to him on the outside, and he's going to go in untouched. Wow. Right to the corner. No one able to catch up with them, and into the end zone goes Damian Landon for the score. And it's now a 26-0 Troy lead.
I'm curious if they go for the extra point or they go for 2 again. I think they're going for 2.
It looks like it. They're probably thinking if they get up to 28 and then get the standard 7 on the next time, they can get the clock rolling. Maybe. They'll go for the 2-point conversion here following a 6-yard touchdown run from Damian Landon. They go with the power I back there. Binford the deep back, and they do pitch to him. Landon leads his way. Nice block, and into the end zone he goes. 2-point conversion's good. 2:32 to play third quarter. Our score now, Troy 28 to 1-0. Back in 60 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99.
I think
he only got the wind knocked out.
Yeah, I seen him run and I'm like,
Weston Fee, center seat.
Short kick by Madigan, taken by Delameter at about the 20-yard line, and he's going to bring it up over 25-30 to the 31, but he flagged down around the 29-yard line.
Yeah, well, that came in kind of late, so I'm not sure what that is, but
I'm guessing it's a blocking call of some sort against Towanda.
I'm thinking it's got to be against Towanda. So they would have had the ball out around the 30, but I think it's going to be they're picking up the flag.
Okay. So they'll mark the ball right at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Knights will put it into play. They desperately need something to happen offensively here. Even at this point, even if they can just get a couple first downs put together on this drive, get some momentum and some confidence into this offense.
A late player coming on is Hartman. Towanda only had 10 out there, and Hartman hustles onto the field.
A junior running back and linebacker on defense. He's been lining up as a receiver, though. He's listed as a running back, but he's been part of the trips here on the left side. Boy, they're bringing the house. Caught by Kithcart. 35-yard line, dances around, and there comes a flag. 45, 50. There's the first down for the Knights, and they drag all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Boy, that's a big play for Towanda, because I'll tell you what, Troy brought 8 players. They had 3 in the secondary, and they brought 8, and they had the quarterback smothered. But he got away the pass, but I'm not sure what the flag is.
Mitchell Mosier, what composure, because he threw that ball. He was, seriously, that was a white wind just flying right through that line. And somehow he got the ball off. Kithcart was open and then did his magic to turn that into a nice gainer. Let's see what happens here with the flag. Personal foul against the Knights.
you've got to be kidding me.
Wow. I did not see it. I can't say. I was watching the ball. It came out to Kithcart, who made a decent catch. Again, credit Mosier.
Yeah, how he even got that ball away, I don't know.
I don't know how he did it either. But, boy, that's going to cost him. I guess that still counts as a first down, right? A personal foul. The play counts. I don't know, though. They're working left from the line of scrimmage.
But jeepers, instead of up here around the 37-yard line of Troy, Towanda's back at the 19.
Oh, yeah, back at their own 20. So the clock starts to roll again, down to 2 minutes to play. Boy, they did, man. They brought everybody.
It just looked like a swarm. How he even got that ball away, I don't know.
So it's first down and a long way to go. A handoff goes to West. West up over the 20, takes it out to around the 23-yard line. That'll bring up a second down and a long one, 17 yards or better.
For Towanda, I'll tell you what, they need to find something, but these, when they get a big play and then it's called back, that takes a lot out of you.
The clock rolls inside, a minute and a half to play third quarter. 28-0 our score, Trojans with the lead. Knights break the huddle, come out to the line of scrimmage. Kithcart in the backfield, along with Ryan West on either side of the quarterback, Mosier. And that whistles blow. That'll probably be a false start against Towanda now. Indeed, and now they're going backwards penalty-wise. Now that'll move them back inside the 15-yard line.
I know it's young on the season. It's only the second week, but both these teams have had way too many penalties.
I agree, and like I said, even I said to you during the break, even if the officials are calling a very tight game, which is very possible, there's a stinking lot of penalties out there tonight.
Yep. Yes.
They'll empty the backfield this time. Mitchell Mosier all alone back there. Trips right, couple receivers to the left side. They hand it off to Kithcart, coming across the formation, and he breaks a couple tackles, fumbles it, brings it back up over the 25 to around the 28-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and long. Third down and about 12 yards to go.
He got himself about 9 or 10 yards on that run. That was a nice effort by Kithcart. But it's still going to bring up third down and 12. And I think they got to put the ball in the air if they want to try to get a first down here.
And they don't seem to be in a big hurry. They don't have to get a snap off before the fourth quarter. But you know what? Isn't that kind of just waving the white flag if you don't?
Yeah, actually, here in the third quarter, I would have rather seen him try to get a play off.
You know?
Right before half, I don't mind it. But third quarter, try to get a play off and get something going.
Yeah, wow. They let the clock run out after 3 quarters. Our score, Troy 28, Towanda nothing. Back in 60 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Olney's 99. The fourth quarter here at the Endless Mounds Athletic Complex. Troy up 28-0. Towanda facing a third down and 12 from their own 28-yard line.
12 minutes to go in the ball game, and Troy's been in control most of the game because they scored on the opening kickoff.
Yep.
But a little closer game than the score says. But I'll tell you what, Towanda right now, I think their only goal is just get some points on the board. They've yet to score in 7 quarters here in this young season.
Yeah, they really have, and it's been a struggle. So when you lose your starting quarterback, second play of the season, it hurts. But there comes a point where you got to make something happen out there, I guess.
Yep.
Easy for me to say as I sit on my tuchus up in the booth. So we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Third down and 12 from their own 28-yard line come the Towanda Black Knights. Troy up 28-0 in this one. Mosier. And timeout of some sort.
I didn't see a flag.
No, I believe it's an official timeout. Neither team is calling it. We have 2 of them coming together here to talk. not sure exactly what's going on. And
they're doing a lot of pointing here and there, but
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Everybody goes back to their positions now, and they start to wind the play clock. So, whatever it was, it's worked out. Mosier back looking to throw. That may have been hit as he threw it out there, but Benjamin Fee goes up high, brings it down at the 38-yard line.
that was a nice play by Benjamin Fee, but he was smart. He got turned around and picked up the ball where the Trojan defenders never got turned around. Otherwise, they may have had an interception.
4th down and 2 now. Does the offense stay on the field? It looks as though it does. And the trajectory of that ball... No, they're bringing on the punting unit. The trajectory of that ball when it came out of Mosier's hand makes me believe that it may have been tipped or something at the line, but boy, Benjamin Fee with a nice catch. He went up high to get that one.
Yeah, I guess I don't blame Towanda here. I thought they might go for it on 4th and 2, but punt the ball away. But the problem is these two guys have been awfully good tonight returning balls.
One thing that looks like it got fixed, nice clean snaps between the punter and the long snapper, and that was a problem last week. And Binford catches the ball, does not take the fair catch like he probably should have, goes all the way back inside the 30-yard line. He's backwards. He's going to actually lose about 5 yards in that return.
But if this is a 5-yard penalty, it will give Towanda a first down.
Oh, there is a flag down, huh?
Yeah, running into the kicker.
Wow, that will be a first down for the night, so there's a break. Binford actually caught that ball. It's moved now at the 37-yard line and started dancing around. He actually lost 5 yards on the return, but big penalty there on the Trojan defense. That will give Towanda a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, sometimes Binford's got to learn there. Sometimes you can't do all that running around trying to make a big play out of every play. And that time he kind of got lucky because a couple guys had some good hits at him and the ball could have come loose very easily. Sometimes you just take what they give you.
I agree, 100%. And see if I can find out who that kid is. Because whoever it is, he's a heck of a defensive end here. He gets in and almost blocks that punt every time. And Kithcart took the handoff, but he's going to lose about 4 on the play and then lost the ball.
Yeah, you're right. That is a 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
I know they had high hopes for a lineman named Renzo, but he wears number 8. But I haven't seen an 8 anywhere on the sidelines or during the game, other than I thought this might be 8. That's definitely now is a 6.
Yeah, it's definitely a 6. All right, trips left, receiver to the right side. 2nd down and 12 for the Knights. They hand it off to West, and he's knocked down backwards for about 3 yards. So it's going to set up a 3rd down about 15 from the 40-yard line.
Imp and Madigan in on that tackle as they just smothered the runner. Took him right down at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 13.
And a long way to go here. They have to get out to the Troy 47 for the first down. The ball at their own 40 right now. And now an official's timeout again. He's actually walking over to the Towanda huddle. Hurt player, maybe? Equipment thing?
I think it's equipment.
All right, they're sending West off the field. So, looks like Delameter's going to be on his way in. Yeah, maybe an equipment thing. He's up around his helmet there. Maybe he got hit or something like that, and the coach saw, or the official saw something. He's talking to coach down on the sideline. Have to wait and see. All right, 2 receivers each way. 3rd down, 13 from their own 40-yard line. Mosier takes a snap, hit as he throws it. That's going to be incomplete. He had a couple receivers in the area. But that's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and the punting unit will be back out on the field.
I'll tell you, Mosier had no time to get that ball off, really. He was lucky just to throw it out there and not have it intercepted. But That Trojan player was right in on top of him.
You know what? They changed his number. It is Dietrich. I was wondering about that.
Oh, Mr.
See,
Dietrich.
my kids, my youngest is still in school, but my other one's all graduated, so I've lost complete track, of who's. I'm not at games and stuff anymore. So
that's Jake Dietrich.
Yes, I thought so. And he was the tight end that was thrown to earlier. He's quick off the end. He really is. Speaking of quick, Williams takes the punt from the 30-yard line, 35-40. He's across midfield, 40, 35. Cutting back into the middle, 30, 25. And finally knocked down around the 21-yard line. Nice play there by the Towanda defender, but what a run by Nick Williams.
Boy, that'd been something to have a kickoff return and a punt return in the same game. And he came very close right there. But, for Troy, it'll be first down at the Towanda 21-yard line.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what they did do. They're looking to play that game Monday night for Athens and Canton. How about that? So that's good news. I'm not sure why that happened. Not privy to the information, but it looks like they're looking to do that. I don't know how official that is. But we can all yell at Shane if it's not true. Tentative as now, I'm being told. All right, a handoff goes to, that is number 7 on the carry. Let me get my handed in roster. Clayton Smith on the carry. Off the left side, picks up about 4 on the play, about the 18-yard line.
The Trojans, they ate up most of the third quarter on a fantastic drive.
They certainly did have a good drive.
And now they're looking to, with a short field, to put up another score against the Black Knights.
Yep, it looks like some backups out there possibly. Clayton Smith is the deep back. It's going to be him that takes the handoff from Ayers again inside the 15, down to around the 12-yard line.
Like you said early on, though, Kenny, Troy only brought X amount of players, so it's not like they can fully substitute. There's just not that many players over on the sideline, so a lot of your first stringer is going to stay in the game.
Yeah, I would imagine you're right. It is a fresh set of downs. Ball down to the 11-yard line now. First down and 10. Troy back inside the Moore's Trucking red zone. Moore's Trucking in Canton. Moore does more. A handoff to Landon right up the middle, and he stacked up and dropped after a gain of about 1 down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I think that Ryan West, he was injured, Kenny, when they brought him out. Like you said, Coach was looking at him. He's got his helmet off, and he's being checked over by the trainers down here, and they're working on his neck. He might even have a concussion.
I think he got hit in the head. I think that's what it was. It looked like, that's why I thought maybe it was an equipment thing, because he was reaching up to his helmet and stuff like that. And rightfully so, they don't mess around when there's even a thought of that. And heads up for the official to see that and tell him to go to the sideline. Handoff, Benford, cuts right and gone. Wow.
That was a huge hole, but as you said, he was in it and gone.
Yeah, it was a big hole, but it took him like that fast. Touchdown.
Woo! He's got to be on the track and field team.
I don't know. And it looks like, is that him going to do the extra point attempt? That's number 1, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he's done everything else tonight. He might as well kick an extra point.
The ball is down, the kick is up, and that one is good. Right down the middle. 6:42 to play. It's now 35-0. Troy with the lead. We're back in 60 seconds on 95.3 The Bridge and Oldies 99.
fair on your turn.
There we go. With 6:25 to play. Now, of course, they're actually much more at the 23-yard line. And the running clock
Talking about number 51, Corey.
is under 50.
First down.
Yep, with a 35-point lead in the second half, they have what they call a running clock, and that's what we got right now.
Yes, there was, well, we've seen it happen lots of times. The team that comes to mind that was part of it was Berwick. Berwick used to like run teams. That ball taken for a gain of about 6 up to the 29-yard line. Delometer, the ball carrier, they're actually marking it to 30, giving 7 yards on the carry.
Gotta give my hats off to Troy tonight. They started fast with a kickoff return, but then things got a little undisciplined for a while, but they look good right now, 35-0.
Yep, they're certainly in control, looking to get their first win of the season. And there's going to be another handoff to Delometer, and he's going to be close to a first down. See where they're going to come down to the spot. It looks like it is indeed a first down right at the 38-yard line. Next weekend, we will, if everything goes okay, you and I will be making a trip over to Wyalusing, coverage of Athens and Wyalusing.
The Black Knights have a bye week next week, so they've got the week off to work on a lot of stuff.
Yes, they do. And there's going to be a handoff to Kithcart. Kithcart makes the miss at 35-yard line. He's up over the 38 is where they'll mark it. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
Now, we saw Wyalusing last week beat Towanda. We don't know if they're playing tonight against Kawaneski or not, but...
Take a look, see at the score stream. When I looked last time, their score was not updated, but that doesn't... I'm not sure.
But we've seen them, and they've got a couple good running backs. Could have a legitimate passing attack. So it'll be good, and don't know much about Athens.
Yeah, none of these scores have been updated yet. And there was a run up the middle. Who was that? I missed it.
I want to say Sparrow, but I'm not positive. I want to see the number. I thought it was a 2. No, that was Mosier.
Quarterback.
That was the Mosier. He must have kept it himself.
Yeah.
And right up off of right tackle.
He got it up to midfield at the 50-yard line now. Clock continues to roll down to 3:45 to play. High school football on WTTC Towanda, WTZN Troy. It looks as though the Trojans will improve to 1-1 on the season. I have my schedule with me to tell you where they're off to next. Mosier now takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got some time. Boy, that closes up, and that one a little loftier. That's going to be intercepted by the Trojans. Number 14, Justice Kimmicks with the interception.
I don't know if that's a flag or if that was to mark the spot. I think it's a flag.
I believe it is a flag.
Geez, it looked like he went up, made the interception, come down.
Pass interference
pass
against the Trojans. Towanda will keep the ball. It'll be a 15-yarder. That'll move the ball down to the 35-yard line of Troy, right?
Yeah, everybody was hoping it was where the play happened, but they'll mark that off.
That's only in the NFL, my friends. And in college, it's a 15-yarder. It's only a spot foul if it's less than 15 yards, correct?
Okay, they marked it off from where the ball was intercepted. That I did not know.
No, wait a second. Wait a second. This makes no sense. Okay, they're moving it to the 35. That makes sense. That's 15 yards from the 50.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm looking at where the ball was intercepted, and I thought that isn't right, but you're right. So the Black Knights have it on the 35 of Troy, and I'll tell you, everybody here would love to see Towanda at least get in the end zone.
250 and counting. And whoa, a little bit too long running the option back there, and Mosier gets sacked back at the 40-yard line.
Mason Woodward. Boy, that was a nice play. He's only a sophomore. He was right in the backfield to drop Mosier.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of younger kids in that Trojan defense right now by the looks of it. And I'll bring up a second down at 14 now. Down to 2:20 to play. Well, 35-0. Troy with the lead. Mosier with the snap. Throws little slant play. That ball up and almost intercepted again. Knocked up in the air down.
Yeah, that was Cody Johnson almost with the interception for Troy. We got a flag down in the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. So there's another 15 yards and a first down there for the Black Knights. It's just been one of those nights, you know. Now you got some younger kids in there that might not get a whole lot of playing time, so you understand a little bit more. But I mean, Mosier, man, that poor kid's been getting hit on every play.
Yeah, he has. I'll tell you, he's going to be a little sore tomorrow.
Down to a minute 50 to play in the ball game. Benjamin Fee goes into motion and the ball hits him on the snap. Mosier has to jump on it. Back at the 32-yard line. I never saw that happen before.
No, I always wonder why it doesn't once in a while, but I haven't seen it happen. That time it did. He was coming in motion, and he didn't get by the center fast enough.
Minute 20 to play. Second down, about 17 from their Troy 32-yard line for the Black Knights. 35-0. Troy in control. Like I said, you can join Mickey and I on next Friday night. We'll come to you live from Wyalusing. And now Delameter takes the handoff. He's going to get back down to the 30-yard line and knock down there. That's going to bring up a third down, about 15 to go.
But the clock moves under a minute, Kenny, and like to see a little more hustle out of Towanda because really like to see him get some points on the board, but they're taking their time. It's already down to 40 seconds.
It looks like, yeah, they are just taking their time coming up to the line of scrimmage. Down to 33 seconds to play. Play clock at 15 seconds. And there's the snap. Mosier looking to throw. And Kithcart in the area, but the ball thrown behind him. That's going to bring up fourth down. And let's see if they get another playoff. I'm not sure that they will.
No, Kenny, I think that's the last play of the game. Hats off to Troy. They're going to move to 1-1. Towanda's going to move to 0-2. But I guess, you know, Troy was a better ball club tonight. They got some talent. They should have a good year. But they got to clean up some penalties and some other odds and ends if they want to be a contender.
Yep, they could be. Yep, definitely. I agree with you 100%. They clean up those penalties and stuff like that, and they are a very, very good-looking team for sure. Final score tonight, Troy 35, Towanda 0. Thanks to Jeff Barilli back at the studio for being our engineer tonight. And to Mickey Fox, our broadcast partner. I'm Kenny Lane. That's going to do it for us from Towanda High School Football. Another presentation of Cantro Air Communication Sports.